Olá pessoal, meu nome é Bernardo. Why the scarf, you ask? Today is the first match in the World Cup. It's Portugal versus Spain. Honestly, in normal circumstances I don't care about football at all, but when it's the national team playing, it's a whole different thing. So sorry about the biased intro, but that's what you get. Onwards with the rest of the video. Last week, on Saturday the 9th, I went to see Thrice, these fine gentlemen. It was the second time I've seen them. They have been coming every year to London since I came to London as well. It's the third year that I'm here, and I missed them the second time. It was nice to catch them again. So since I've seen them before, I can tell that they are pretty consistent. And honestly, I thought that this gig was better than the last one that I've seen. You can see that these guys have been playing for lots and lots of years together, even though they had kind of a big pause in their career some years ago, but now they are back really strong. They are really tight live. Dustin has an amazing voice. All the instrumentalists really know how to play their instruments. They are the type of band that I strive to be in one of these days. I'd like to have that kind of chemistry in between all of the members. You can see that they are really comfortable doing what they do. Going through the set list, they started the concert with one of my favorite songs straight away. That's the same song that they started 2 years ago, which was Hurricane from their last album. It's a banger with great lyrics, an awesome guitar lick throughout the song, which stays in your head forever. The one that I just played. Yeah, it's a great song and you should definitely check it out. It's from their last album and it's the first song as well. There's no missing it. Even though I've seen them before, I don't know all of their complete catalog. They have a lot of albums already released and they are releasing a new one. They actually played a new song for the first time, but I'll get to that in a bit. It didn't take too much time for them to play one of the songs that I really enjoy, which is of Dustin Nations. Which has this tapping motif all over the song and I really loved it. I didn't play it in the correct tuning, but I love that song, and this lick motif thing really does it for me. And it's a really atmospheric song when it gets to the final minute or so. They have this great build up and it's an amazing song. Then they played a couple of songs from the last album as well, Death from Above and Blood on the Sand, which are, I think I'm always saying that the songs are awesome or amazing or whatever, but they really are. This is a band that they are heavy, but it's not just for a heaviness sake. It has a meaning. I don't know how to describe these kinds of things. Anyway, after both of these songs, they played a couple from the Beggars album, which were In Exile and The Wait. In Exile reminds me of that exactly. It reminds me of being in isolation from the rest of the world and like having these moments only to yourself. Then The Wait has this amazing riff, which I think is played in a drop tuning. But I don't think that's the correct one, because I think I remember Dustin playing with a capo in this song, so I don't know. I don't know how to play any of their songs, to be honest, which I'm at fault because they are great songwriters and they have all this guitar-driven stuff and all the stuff that I know how to play from them I learned by ear, so I don't know if it's correct, but anyway. They played The Wait, which is a song that I can relate to because the lyrics says that come what may, I won't abandon you or leave you behind because love is a loyalty sworn, not a burden for a moment. I think it's pretty self-explanatory and I really like what they were trying to convey with it. It's that sometimes love is a struggle, but you have to get on with it and not quit, make an effort and be there. That's maybe philosophical. Anyway, after The Wait, the other high point for me was Daedalus. I've heard it before and I think they played it the last time I saw them, but for some reason it didn't stuck at the time, and now I really was like, wait a minute, I've heard this before, but this is really good. It's going to grow on me, I'm sure. Then afterwards they played a couple of more songs. Then came one of my favorites, which is Stare at the Sun. That's a song that I'm constantly hearing. Stare at the Sun, Hurricane, and Anthology are definitely my favorite songs from Thrice. Anthology, unfortunately, they didn't play. And I think it might be an uncommon song for them to play, because last time that I saw them, they didn't play it as well. And I saw the set list from last year when they played at Coco, and they didn't play it. I think it's not a very popular song for them to play live, but I hope I can get to hear it one of these days. Anyway, Stare at the Sun, I don't know how to describe it, it's just powerful. I'm not very good with these videos, I guess. I get lost for words with songs. Afterwards, they played the new song, which is called The Grey. They announced it a couple of weeks back when they announced that they signed for a new record company as well. I guess they are going to be in the recording process of a new album, which is great news. The song, I've never heard it before. I didn't have the time to hear it. And I really liked it, to be honest, because it's a different thing. The main riff kind of reminds me of a country song, I guess. I don't know. I have to hear it again. Then after The Grey, the new song, they played Black Honey from the new album, which is I mean, I love the newest album from them. It's an album that really struck a chord with me when it was released, and maybe that's why I'm saying that all of the songs were amazing, because most of the songs were from this album, and the other ones that weren't, I knew most of them. After Black Honey, they played Yellow Belly, which is a song that I've heard before and they played before, but again, for some reason it didn't stuck with me at the time. But now that I heard it again live with real attention, it has a freaking great riff, which just makes you want to move, makes you want to do something. And that's one that I'm definitely going to learn, but I think it's played in a baritone guitar, so I don't have a baritone. Then they played a couple of more songs before they did the pause for the encore. The last song that they played before the encore was The Long Defeat. This is a song that appeals to the togetherness of people, I guess. Because even though bad stuff happens, war and all these kinds of things, they are trying to appeal to people to stay together and fight, I guess. Even though it might be a defeat in the end. And at this point in the concert, when this song was ending, I noticed that Thrice's fans are really something else. I mean, the concert was really intimate. And that's the thing I like about these small venues, is that the band can really relate to the crowd, and they say something and the crowd answers back. And with Thrice, you can see that they have a really dedicated fan base. When it gets to these parts that are really anthemic, the crowd sings with their heart and from the top of their lungs, and it's really great being a part of that, honestly. And Dustin stops singing and everyone sings for him. I can remember that happening from The Long Defeat and Stare at the Sun, at least, and in the encore as well. These guys are really something to strive for, if not only for their songwriting skills and their playing skills and whatnot. They can pass something on to the people that are watching them live. Then on the encore, they played, I guess, most of their old school stuff, which is not what I know the best. But they played The Artist in the Ambulance and The Earth Will Shake, which are songs that I know of. And they ended on a high note. And yeah, that's the takeaway that I get from this concert, is that it was even better than the one that I saw before. Even though they are getting older, I think they are in their 40s now, and they just keep getting better, and the new song proves that as well. Oh yeah, another proof that the fan base is really dedicated and they really like Thrice is that when Dustin was singing the new song, I guess he forgot some of the lyrics, unnoticeably so, and when the crowd realized that, they started clapping and cheering for them, and it just goes to show the support that the fans have in this band. I was really glad being a part of it. If you never saw them before, get to know their stuff, get to know their albums. They have amazing songs. Their spectrum is really wide. They have heavy stuff. They have really melodic stuff as well. And the songs that blend these aspects together are the best for me. That's something that really appeals to me, because when I do a project of my own, I think I'm going to be something of the sort. I'm going to do really heavy, really melodic, really something in between everything, So yeah, that was my not so brief review of the Thrice concert last week. I hope you liked it. Make yourself a huge favor and go listen to Thrice. There is something in their catalog for everyone, so I'm sure that you will love some of the stuff that you will find. I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment on your favorite Thrice songs. If you didn't know them and you got to know their songs through my video, comment as well with the songs that you like the most. You know my favorite songs, so I want to know your favorite songs from them as well. Feel free to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell button to receive notifications when a new video is out. And let's hope that Portugal won in the World Cup match. So yeah, that is all for today, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.